I think the fist training is necessary, you know, like for to represent kung fu and to also, because you know, like there's no combat sport out there that's popular that has reached like worldwide attention that doesn't use gloves. Like every single martial art, or not martial art, combat sport out there, they use some form of glove. And I think in order to represent kung fu, you have to do fist training in order to separate yourself from all those fighters. And when you do the fist training, you're pretty much, you become much more lethal, you know, like the fists make an impact against a person's face or against their skull or against their body, could have like deadly, have a very deadly outcome. So there's an aspect to it where it's for self-defense, because essentially it's like your natural brass knuckle that could essentially like save your life. But as far as the health is concerned, like as far as it being connected to certain organs that could be damaging for your health and all that stuff, I mean, I'm skeptical about some of these people that that say things like that, because like you just have to do everything the right way. You gotta do it gradually, and you can't overdo it. But I think if you overdo it, I think it can, maybe it might deform your body and it might affect your health in a negative way. You just have to do it the right way. I think like for example, if you can hit a sandbag and it doesn't hurt, and you can hit a punching bag a bunch of times and it doesn't hurt, then that's pretty much all you really need. Like you could break a few boards, okay, fine, but you don't need to break like 15 bricks. You know what I'm saying? It's like your fist is not designed to do that. Like use a hammer for that, But as long as you could like know that if you punch somebody in the face that you're not gonna get hurt, but they're gonna get hurt, then that's all you need. You don't like I said, you don't need to. You don't gotta train it so much to the point where like your hand gets deformed and then you feel pain every single day. You know what I mean? Like, and then it looks ugly on top of that. I mean, like, you gotta make sure that you live day to day and you don't feel pain. But if you keep doing the fist training, and then all of a sudden you feel so much pain, that's not good. Like you gotta ease up on it. You gotta do it the right way. If you do it the right way, it's essential for the martial arts. It's not essential for the everyday person. The everyday person doesn't train in combat. But if you're training in the martial arts, specifically Kung Fu, not combat sport but Kung Fu, then you need the fist training, because that's what separates you from the rest of the people out there. You know what I mean? Like, and it makes a big difference of getting punched by somebody that has a trained fist opposed to a person that doesn't have a trained fist, opposed to a person that has a glove on. It makes a huge difference, and it's like that's your weapon right there. That's your survival right there. So I recommend it for people out there that are serious about the martial arts. But if you're not serious about it, and like say you're the type of person like you hate exercising, well, if you hate exercising, then why are you even doing the fist training? You know what I'm saying? Because that could, you could hurt yourself doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense, because there's people out there, all they do is fist training, all they do is iron palm training, but then, like, they can't even run down the block without getting tired. You know what I'm saying? They can't even do one pull-up, they can't do one push-up, they can't do one sit-up. But then they do, like, iron palm and iron fist for, like, 50 years. Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. It's like, it's ridiculous. So it's like, say like a person out there, he's been doing like iron fist training for like 50 years, 30 years, and then he's like, if I punch you one time, you're gonna die. And then I'm like, well, you're not gonna punch me, because all I gotta do is just dance around you for like 50 seconds, and then you're gonna be out of breath. You won't even have an energy to punch me. So it's like the fist training to me comes as a supplement. Like, you got to get down to basic fitness first. So make sure you do all the basic fitness and then do the fist training. Don't like spend all your time doing the fist training and then you're like super weak. And you're not flexible. You're inflexible. You got no endurance. Like, it doesn't make sense, you know. So put some time to the fist training, but don't put too much time. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta make time for everything. So I don't recommend to like train the fist for like 4 hours a day and stuff like that. I don't. No, you know what I mean? Like, just do it a little bit every day, or gradually get stronger. And then once you can start hitting the heavy bag, you know, you're not in pain. You could break a few boards, you're not in pain. You could punch, you know, you could punch sandbags, you're not in pain. Then you're all good. But I don't agree to like breaking bricks and all that stuff. I mean, you're gonna break your hand. I mean, you're not supposed to do stuff like that, you know. But if you get in a fight and you hit somebody in the head, their head is a skull, and then it's gonna have a lot of impact. You gotta be prepared for that. So you need to have strong fists, because you gotta break their nose, you gotta break their teeth, you gotta break their jaw with your fist, you know. So your fist has to be capable of doing that. But your fist doesn't have to, like, you know, knock over a semi-truck, you know what I'm saying? Like, or like punch over like a brick wall. I mean, it doesn't need to do all that, you know. But, you know, you need basics, you know, like decently strong fists, you know. So